Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are doing some holiday glam. Every year you guys always love to see a holiday makeup tutorial, so we're gonna get fun and festive. Hopefully you are doing your makeup with me, or maybe this will give you some inspo. Before we hop into the makeup today, huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, Storyworth. So Storyworth is an online service that helps you and your family preserve precious memories and stories. Seriously guys, it is such a thoughtful and meaningful gift. And since Storyworth is digital, it's an awesome last minute gift. Don't have to worry about shipping delays. It's fast, it's easy, and it's meaningful. So how does it work? So every week, Storyworth will actually deliver a question to your loved one. So it kind of prompts them to share their stories in a new way. Questions like, what's the bravest thing you've ever done in your life? Or if you could see into the future, what would you want to find out? It's a really cool way to record your loved one's story in their own words, and you'd be surprised the things that come out with these questions and how it's told. So after a year, Storyworth will compile these stories and some chosen photos and make it into a magical keepsake book. And every week, reading these weekly stories makes you feel so connected to that loved one, no matter how far they are. So it's also a great gift for someone that you might be long distance with, a relative, a friend, your partner. It's a really amazing gift idea. I am personally super excited to be gifting some Storyworth this year. I have a lot of people around the country that I love that I don't get to see regularly, so it's an awesome, really heartfelt, memorable gift idea. I know a lot of you guys are scrambling for last minute gifts. I hear you. This is it. So with Storyworth, I am giving those I love a thoughtful gift from the heart, preserving their stories for years to come. You guys can go to storyworth.com/fearless and save $10 on your first purchase. I'll go ahead and put a link below in the description box. Like, isn't that so cool? Such a good gift idea. All right, let's go ahead and get into some makeup. All right, you guys know I'm here for the full glam when it comes to holidays, like full. So let's go ahead and start off with all of our primers. Because I'm on the drier side right now, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer in the Hydrating Formula. Throw that down as the base. And then this product has been a game changer for me, especially if you have like a long day and you just need your under eye concealer, your eyes, all of that to stay intact and not crease. This Milk Hydro Grip Eye Primer. Oh my God, it is so good. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that very thin layer under the eyes where I get that little line that you guys know I love so much, where I'm always creasing. And I'm also gonna throw it on my lid. I always need a good primer because I have hooded eyes and it can get a little creasy if we don't take good care. All right, and just slightly blend that out. Haven't had time to pluck my brows, so I'm just gonna do a quick little cleanup, throw a Band-Aid on the problem. You know, in a couple days they'll be grown out again. I'm gonna use my favorite holiday or special event foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So it's nice because I'm a little dry, so I got my hydration with the primer, but you already know I will be oily in a couple hours. So I kind of like to mix and match, you know, hydrating formulas and oil control formulas, because you gotta do what you gotta do. So first I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on as a base. I am using the shade 3C2 if you're curious. It's like the perfect color match for me. As we all know, sometimes I be struggling. So what are you guys doing for the holidays? Let me know. Hopefully a lot of you guys are getting to see, you know, family or friends, because last year I know a lot of us didn't get to. Hopefully everyone's vaccinated and ready to party. All right, I'm gonna get it on the neck. Blend it into the ear. We want to be seamlessly covered. Oh, I just love that foundation. It's been a minute since I've worn it. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear in the shade It doesn't say anywhere what shade this is. And I like to put my concealer on first and kind of let it sit for a little bit. I find it gives me more coverage. So I'm gonna leave that there, do the little bend and snap, lift and snatch situation. And then you already know I gotta grab my favorite cream bronzer at the moment, the Anastasia Golden Tan. I love this stuff. I'm just using my It Cosmetics Heavenly Skin Brush. And I'm just going to tap a little bit right in my cheekbone. If you've been watching lately, you know I've been loving doing cream and powder. I feel like it lasts better, it looks better. Oh, I just love the way it looks. So do a little cream bronzer, where I put my powder bronzer too. Not too much, just a little something. And I've also been absolutely loving doing cream blush as well and layering that. I feel like it just stays on so much better. So this is this is the end of this little guy, but I'm using it until it's gone, so I love it. It is the Nude Sticks blush in the nude, and I'm just going to take right above the bronzer, and I'm just gonna blend that in with the sponge, and then, you know, the last step we do is the concealer. But it adds like such a pretty kind of glow from within. And I'm gonna have my translucent powder ready to go for baking my under eyes. This is the One Size translucent powder. It gives such a nice brightening effect. If you haven't tried placing your concealer like this, it definitely does some magic. I feel like this is how a lot of people have been doing their concealer lately. And trust me, it is for a reason. It just like, all right, and just dabbing into my powder. Baking. I'm gonna go down into that nose crease as well, because I always crease there. Anywhere you crease, go ahead and throw a little bake right there. Gonna grab a little of that translucent powder, set the forehead while we bake, so we can go ahead and do our brows. I have been back on the pomade grind. I've been doing a lot of pencil, but I don't know, the last few days, I'm really loving the pomade again. You just get like so much control, you know? Like you can really just make your brows exactly how you want them. Especially if I'm going for the full glam, like on the day-to-day, I can probably just throw in a little gel. But like for holidays, it's kind of nice to like do a full brow, like a moment, you know? So you already know how I do my brows. I've showed it a million times. Mostly just filling in the arch and bringing down the tail. And then just a tiny bit on the bottom and the front. And then I take the brush and blend it upward. And then of course I'm gonna clean it up with concealer, because it's what I do. All right, brows are on, they're cleaned up. Now we can go ahead and wipe away our baking. All right, so we're just gonna sweep this away. I love the way that that powder bakes. It looks so good. I'm gonna take a little bit of that powder as well and set my eye so I don't crease. And then more powder, you already know. Gotta set the rest of the face. So now we can go in with our powders. So today I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario Medium Bronzing Powder. And I'm just gonna take a light amount and go over the spots where we cream contoured. Can you guys hear my heater? Yeah. All right. And then of course, I want to contour the nose because I want to. I really love this color though. I think it's a really, really beautiful bronzing color. I've been really liking the Makeup by Mario products because I just tried them for the first time and they're actually super, super good. So I just go down the sides of my nose and then I swoop it up into my eye socket just for a more natural shadow. And then afterwards, I take the brush that I sweep with my baking with and I blend. Because I just want it to be ever so subtle. And then I'm also gonna use a Makeup by Mario blush. This one is in Desert Rose. How many blushes do you think are in the world called Desert Rose? I feel like I've had to have tried at least a few from different brands, but they always are super pretty. And I'm just gonna focus that right above the bronzer. This blush is so beautiful. I love a rosy cheek in the winter. And lastly, you already know we're using a Makeup by Mario highlighter in Pearl. Super beautiful shade. All right, I'm gonna do my cheekbone, up on the brow bone. I like this highlighter too because it's very soft. Like, it's definitely not like kind of fake looking. It just really does have a soft glow. Oh, it's so pretty, but you can layer more, which I'm doing right now to give me just a little extra something something. And while I have it out, I'm actually also going to take a little bit of this extra up on the brow bone, just a little more concentrated with an eyeshadow brush. Oh, it's so pretty, it's so pretty. And a little bit in the inner corner. Who else just loves a bright inner corner? It just like does something for me. And if you want, you can take a little bit on the bridge, just a teeny weeny bit on the bridge. And then you can blend it, soften it. Just to make that nose contour pop. And now the star of the show, the almighty Milk Hydro Grip Setting Spray. And yes, I use way too much, but you know, I just love that setting spray. It really, really keeps my makeup on. Like, it's incredible. So, all right, let's go ahead and get ready to do our eyes. We got our MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And the eyeshadow palette that I've been using a lot lately is Mint to Be from ColourPop. It is the prettiest minty green palette. I just love it. So let's take a little bit of our eye primer. Paint Pot has never steered me wrong. And it also just makes the shadows pop a little bit more too. Just because they kind of have something to stick to. Oh, I also, while we do our eyes, I want to just go ahead and bake under my contour as well. Just to give us a little extra sharpness. I mostly only do this on holidays. I don't know. It just looks so good in pictures and like it just really sharpens up that contour. So we'll let that sit while we go ahead and do our eyes. So this palette is so gorge. I actually wore it in a Vlogmas episode a few days ago and you guys were asking, it's this palette. It's this palette. So holidays for me, it's just always like shimmer. Like I love shimmer. On the day-to-day, I'm a matte girl, but on holidays, we like to glow. So just to start us off, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these two shades and mix them in the crease. Starting with the lighter shade, just to kind of give us a base. I always like to kind of start off with a matte shade in the crease. I'm kind of treating this how I would with a normal eye, but just in green tones. So first, just work that in. I'm using a Morphe M503 brush. And I'm also gonna go ahead and grab that darker green shade and just start to layer it. And with this eye look, I'm gonna give two lip options because I feel like if you're like me, you're probably just gonna wanna do a nude lip with this. But like if you catch me on the right day, pairing this with a red lip would be kind of fire. Like it would just scream holiday. With a fluffy brush, M504, I'm just going to soften that. And now I'm gonna start to grab these two matte dark green shades. I like to do my mattes first and then throw the shimmer on at the end. So starting with lightest to darkest, I'm gonna start to work that in my outer corner. And I'm just gonna bring it like halfway into the crease, and then grabbing the darkest green, which is like almost black, just right on the outer V. And then we just go back in again with that fluffy brush. And I'm just going right over it, and then right on the edge, just soften. Okay, so now that we have that all set, we can go in with our shimmer, which will be on like that first inner half of the eye. So I want to do this really festive, classic green. And I personally prefer, oh my God, look at that pigment. Oh my God. I personally prefer to apply it with my finger. I feel like it really applies better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap it. Right from here to here. And then if you just tap it, it'll kind of blend into those darker shadows. And you can just take that brush and kind of marry the two together. Oh my God, I love it. I don't know why, I'm just like loving the green. And then it just has such a gradient flow of the shadow. Oh my God, ColourPop is amazing. If you get any fallout, I just take that brush that I wipe my bake away with and just kind of sweep it off. Or you can go ahead and do your shadow first, skin second. And then if you want to take more, just to kind of layer it and make it really pop, you can. Because sometimes when you blend out the first layer, it can get a little bit lost, the shimmery part. So I just take a little more and tap it on top. So beautiful. Wow, I am so in love. So in love with it. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a small, dense brush like this, and I'm gonna grab this green shade. This was one of our outer crease shades, and I'm just gonna throw that on my bottom lash line, on just the outer half of my eye, and kind of blend it up into this kind of fanned out shadow. And that is why that Hydro Grip, like under eye and eye primer and concealer primer, it just really, really helps all of this to stay in place. Now something fun I'm gonna do is take this darkest green, the one that's almost black but still green, and I'm gonna take an angled brush. This one is Scott Barnes 59, and I'm gonna do a wing with it because I personally love doing a wing with powder. And it's gonna be kind of subtle because it kind of flows with that outer eyeshadow. And you can just tap it along that lash line. It makes your application just so much easier. And then just kind of drag it out. So do you see how it's kind of just like a soft wing? I personally love a soft wing. So just like that. Okay, so now that our shadows are done, I'm just gonna go ahead and sweep away. We'll kind of blend away because you gotta really blend it. Blend away, and now we got a nice strong contour. So now I'm just gonna throw on mascara and lashes. I'm gonna do the Miami Light lashes. They're one of my favorite lashes from Lily, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw those on, and I will be right back to do our lip. All right, so the lashes are on. I'm gonna show you the two lip options now. So if you're feeling fun and festive, green on the eyes, red on the lips, here's what I would use. We have ColourPop Bossy Lip Liner and Ruby Woo from MAC, my personal favorite red combo. All right, so here is the red lip option. Super festive. I know some people probably feel like it's too much though, but I think it's kind of pretty. I think it's kind of fun, you know. The holidays only come around once a year, like pop off, have your moment. Okay, and if you want to go with just a nude lip so it's a little more subdued, I love Spice from MAC and then Forever Nude from Dior. Such a beautiful nude lip. Such a pretty classic nude lip. And if you want either of these to be glossy, just throw a clear gloss on top and you're good to go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial and maybe you're gonna try it out for the holidays. Great for a holiday party. Let me know what's your favorite type of holiday glam. Don't forget to check out Storyworth. The link will be below. Grab those last minute holiday gifts. I love you guys so much and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.